Welcome to a deep dive into the tumultuous journey of R. Kelly, the once dominant R&B icon whose life has taken him from the heights of fame to the depths of scandal. Today, we enter one of the most memorable remnants of his fall, an abandoned mansion that was once filled with his music, parties, and success. But before we unravel the secrets hidden in this abandoned estate, let's go back to a time when R. Kelly ruled the charts, lived a luxurious life, and seemed unstoppable. Today, you will learn everything about him that you didn't know before. Watch to the end and don't miss anything in the pantheon of American music. Few figures are as significant and controversial as R. Kelly. Robert Sylvester Kelly, a singer, songwriter, actor, and producer who once had a fortune in the tens of millions, perhaps even reaching the stratospheric heights of $100 million. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Today, R. Kelly's net worth is a staggering negative $2 million, a financial decline as dramatic as it is mysterious. At his zenith in the 1990s, R. Kelly was an unstoppable force in the music industry. With a voice that could go from silky smooth to raw and powerful in the blink of an eye, he released hit after hit, earning himself the regal nicknames the King of R&B and the Pied Piper of R&B. From his solo debut in 1993 until the early 2000s, his songs were ubiquitous, dominating both the airwaves and dance floors. Who can resist the sultry charm of Bump and Grind, the soaring inspiration of I Believe I Can Fly, or the narrative intrigue of Trapped in the Closet? His discography is a testament to his prowess, with more than a dozen studio albums, nearly all of which reached the top 10, with 5 reaching the coveted #1 spot. R. Kelly's musical legacy is undeniable, with nearly 40 million albums sold in the United States and another 54 million worldwide. His accolades don't just stop at record sales. The Grammy Awards have been awarded 24 times, with R. Kelly taking home 3 of the prestigious trophies. His influence extends beyond his own performances. His production work for other artists has also received critical acclaim. His personal life was a whirlwind of controversy, with a series of charges culminating in convictions for sex trafficking, child pornography, and racketeering. He was sentenced to 31 years in prison in 2022, a stark reminder of the serious consequences that can follow such actions. He resides in the FCI Butner Medium I prison complex, a far cry from the glittering scenes he once commanded. The fall of R. Kelly's financial empire is as dramatic as his musical rise. In April 2020, while seeking release from prison, he told a judge that he owed nearly $1.9 million to the IRS alone, not to mention other creditors. This is an astonishing figure, a clear indication of the ephemeral nature of wealth and fame. Let's figure out how he lost everything he had. Born on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, on a chilly January day in 1967, Robert Sylvester Kelly entered the world amidst the hum of the city's Hyde Park neighborhood. The Chicago Lying-in Hospital, now known as the University of Chicago Medical Center, was the stage for his debut. Kelly was welcomed into a bustling household with 5 siblings, a blend of full and half, including 2 older sisters and a brother, as well as a younger brother and sister. His mother, Joanne, was a pillar of the community, a devoted Baptist and dedicated schoolteacher. Born in Arkansas, she carried the strength and resilience of her Southern roots into the heart of Chicago. The identity of Kelly's biological father remains shrouded in mystery, a figure absent from his life, who later went on to raise 2 children of his own. This void was eventually filled by Kelly's stepfather, Lucius, who worked for an airline and married Joanne when Kelly was around 5 years old. The Kelly family made their home in the Ida B. Wells Homes, a public housing project nestled within the historic Black metropolis, Bronzeville district of Chicago's Douglas neighborhood. It was a vibrant yet challenging environment, a place where community and struggle intertwine. R. Kelly's ascent to stardom began with a stroke of fortune and a display of raw talent. His big break came when he won the $100,000 prize on the television talent show Big Break, a moment that thrust him into the spotlight and caught the attention of industry heavyweights. In 1991, Kelly signed with Jive Records, a deal that would set the stage for his meteoric rise. His initial foray into the music scene was as part of the group Public Announcement, with whom he released the album Born into the 90s in 1993. But it was his solo debut, 12 Play, released in November of the same year, that truly announced R. Kelly as a force to be reckoned with. The album, propelled by the monumental success of the single Bump and Grind, achieved a staggering 6 times platinum certification. The sultry, infectious rhythm of Bump and Grind became an anthem of the era, cementing Kelly's status as a hitmaker. Concurrently, Kelly began to flex his muscles as a producer, lending his Midas touch to the records of other artists. His prowess in the studio quickly became as renowned as his vocal abilities, marking him as a double threat in the music industry. One of the most pivotal moments in Kelly's career, and one that would later become a subject of intense scrutiny, came in 1992. Music producer Barry Hankerson introduced Kelly to his niece, a prodigiously talented 12-year-old girl named Aaliyah. Recognizing her potential, Kelly took Aaliyah under his wing, producing and writing her entire debut album. The result was a smashing success. Aaliyah's debut went double platinum and spawned a series of hit singles, launching her career as an R&B sensation. This period marked a turning point for R. Kelly, establishing him not just as a performer, but as a powerhouse producer capable of molding and elevating new talent. The mid-1990s saw R. Kelly's star rise even higher with the release of his self-titled album, R. Kelly, in 1995. The album was a commercial juggernaut, selling an impressive 4 million copies and further cementing his status as a titan of R&B. But it was his anthemic single, I Believe I Can Fly, that truly catapulted him into the stratosphere. The song not only topped the charts but also earned him 3 coveted Grammy Awards, marking a career high point that transcended genres and resonated with audiences worldwide. As the new millennium dawned, Kelly continued his streak of success with a series of multi-platinum albums. Each release was a testament to his enduring appeal and creative prowess. One of his most innovative projects during this period was the ambitious and genre-defying Trapped in the Closet, a multi-part hip-hop opera that he released in installments to radio stations. This groundbreaking work showcased Kelly's storytelling abilities and his willingness to push the boundaries of conventional music formats. The final chapter of Trapped in the Closet was officially released to the public in the spring of 2010, marking the culmination of a project that had captivated fans and critics alike. Throughout his career, R. Kelly has amassed an impressive discography that includes 14 studio albums, 5 compilation albums, and 3 collaboration albums. His accolades are equally extensive, with dozens of awards to his name, including several American Music Awards, a BET Award, and numerous Billboard Awards. His mantelpiece is adorned with 3 Grammy statuettes, a testament to his enduring impact on the music industry. Kelly's most recent studio albums, Black Panties and The Buffet, continued to showcase his artistic evolution and ability to connect with audiences. Beyond his studio work, Kelly has also been a prolific live performer, embarking on 12 official tours that have taken him around the world from 1994 to 2013. These tours have allowed him to connect with fans on a global scale, further solidifying his legacy as one of the most influential and successful artists of his generation. Despite the controversies that have marred his personal life, R. Kelly's musical achievements remain undeniable. His ability to craft timeless hits, innovate within his genre, and captivate audiences both in the studio and on stage has secured his place in the annals of music history. Whether through his chart-topping singles, groundbreaking projects like Trapped in the Closet, or his electrifying live performances, R. Kelly's impact on the music world is indelible and enduring. In the annals of R. Kelly's real estate ventures, 2 properties stand out as testaments to his once soaring success and opulent lifestyle. The first chapter of the story begins in 1994, when Kelly shelled out a cool $1.107 million for an 8,400 square foot mansion nestled in Chicago's historic Lakeview neighborhood. This grand residence, dating back to the early 1900s, was a symbol of Kelly's rising stardom and newfound wealth. After basking in its elegance for 8 years, Kelly sold the mansion in 2002 for a tidy $2.25 million, more than doubling his initial investment. However, it was his next real estate endeavor that truly showcased Kelly's ambition and extravagant taste. In 1997, he set his sights on an undeveloped 4-acre lakefront property in the affluent Chicago suburb of Olympia Fields. Here, Kelly embarked on a grand project, constructing a sprawling 14,000 square foot mansion that he affectionately dubbed the Chocolate Factory. This architectural marvel was designed to be a sanctuary of luxury and indulgence, featuring 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, an indoor swimming pool, a state-of-the-art home theater, and even a full-sized basketball court. The Chocolate Factory was a testament to Kelly's success and his desire to create a personal paradise. By 2009, the property was appraised at a staggering $5.2 million, a reflection of its grandeur and the lavish lifestyle it afforded. However, Kelly's tenure at the Chocolate Factory was not without its controversies. In 2007, local neighbors took legal action against the singer, citing a litany of grievances. They accused Kelly of illegally parking his enormous tour bus on the street, building a guardhouse without the necessary permits, and even breeding dogs on the property. During his ownership of the lavish 14,000 square foot estate in Olympia Fields, Kelly carried a substantial financial burden, a nearly $3 million mortgage owed to J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. This debt hung like a shadow over the opulent property, a constant reminder of the precarious nature of his financial situation. The storm clouds gathered in July 2011 when the bank initiated foreclosure proceedings against the mansion. Kelly had reportedly not made a payment on his mortgage in roughly a year, a stark indication of his mounting financial troubles. In March 2013, the foreclosure process culminated in an auction where J.P. Morgan Chase bid $950,000 on the property they already held the mortgage on. It was a far cry from the mansion's peak appraisal of $5.2 million, a sobering reflection of the financial decline that had befallen its once illustrious owner. In November 2013, the bank finally offloaded the property for $587,500, a fraction of its former glory. The buyer was none other than fellow singer Rudolph Isley, a figure who, like Kelly, had made his mark in the music industry. Isley saw potential in the grand estate and sought to breathe new life into it, renaming it the Isley Estate. However, the saga of the mansion took another poignant turn in October 2023 when Rudolph Isley passed away. His widow, seeking to honor his legacy and capitalize on the property's potential, put the Isley Estate on the market in January 2024 for a staggering $3.49 million. The listing offered a glimpse into the estate's renewed grandeur, showcasing its luxurious amenities and the enduring allure of its architectural splendor and the heart of Atlanta. A mansion that once epitomized the opulence and grandeur of R. Kelly's lifestyle now stands as a haunting echo of its former glory. The estate, which Kelly shared with his then-wife Andrea Dree Kelly, was once celebrated as one of the most lavish properties of its era. Today, however, it presents a stark contrast to its past splendor, a poignant reminder of the impermanence of wealth and fame. Photographs of the abandoned mansion offer a stark glimpse into the current state of the palatial estate. The residence, once grand and elegant, now stands neglected and forlorn, with time and nature slowly reclaiming the architecture. The lower-level living and dining rooms, once filled with life, laughter, and extravagant gatherings, now appear faded and worn. The plaster on the walls is peeling, exposing the timber frame used by the builders, a skeletal reminder of the home's past magnificence. Despite the visible signs of decay, the home's grand proportions remain apparent. Airy double-height ceilings and heritage sliding windows hint at the residence's past grandeur, offering a glimpse into the luxurious life that was once lived within its walls. The upper floor boasts 6 spacious bedrooms, each a testament to the home's expansive design and the lavish lifestyle it once accommodated. Additionally, the floor plan included quarters for servants, a nod to the affluence and status of its former inhabitants. The abandonment of this once magnificent estate serves as a poignant metaphor for the rise and fall of R. Kelly's own fortunes. The mansion, like Kelly's career, was once a symbol of success and extravagance, a testament to the heights of achievement and the indulgences that come with them. Now, it stands as a haunting reminder of the transient nature of fame and the inevitable passage of time. Beyond the iconic Chocolate Factory, Kelly's other residences, including a home in Atlanta and a condo in Chicago's prestigious Trump International, were not owned but rented. This approach allowed him to maintain a lavish lifestyle while navigating the complexities of his financial situation. However, even these rented properties were not immune to the storms that brewed in Kelly's personal and financial life. In 2018, the facade of stability began to crumble as Kelly faced eviction from 2 Atlanta area homes. The evictions were the result of his failure to pay more than $30,000 in back rent and fees, a stark indication of the mounting fiscal pressures that had come to define his later years. The Atlanta homes, once symbols of his success and opulence, now stood as testaments to his financial struggles. The evictions were more than just legal proceedings. They were public declarations of a fall from grace, a stark contrast to the heights of stardom he had once commanded. The condo in Chicago's Trump International, another jewel in Kelly's real estate crown, was also a rented property. This high-rise residence, with its sweeping views of the city and luxurious appointments, was a symbol of his status and success. Yet, like his other properties, it too was caught in the web of his financial woes. The condo, with its prestigious address and opulent surroundings, was a reminder of the dualities that defined Kelly's life: the public face of success and the private struggles that lurked beneath the surface. The evictions and financial troubles that plagued Kelly's rented properties were more than just isolated incidents. They were part of a larger narrative of decline. From the heights of his musical career to the depths of his financial and legal battles, Kelly's real estate saga mirrored the complexities and contradictions of his life. The grandeur of his rented mansions and condos stood in stark contrast to the reality of his mounting debts and legal troubles, a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of success and the enduring consequences of one's actions. R. Kelly's car collection was a testament to his success, reflecting his appreciation for luxury, power, and automotive craftsmanship. One of the crown jewels of R. Kelly's car collection was the Bentley Continental GT, a sapphire blue masterpiece that embodied British automotive excellence. This elegant coupe featured 19-inch alloy wheels that complemented its sleek and sophisticated design. Under the hood, the Continental GT housed a formidable 4.0-liter V8 engine, capable of producing a staggering 572 horsepower and 550 Newton-meters of torque. This powerhouse was paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, delivering a driving experience that was both smooth and exhilarating. Another standout in R. Kelly's collection was the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600, an SUV that redefined luxury on wheels. The Maybach GLS 600 was designed to provide unparalleled comfort and sophistication, with a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that churned out an impressive 550 horsepower. This luxurious SUV was equipped with every conceivable feature, from plush leather seats to advanced technology that enhanced both the driving experience and passenger comfort. The Rolls-Royce Phantom was another iconic vehicle in R. Kelly's collection, a car that epitomized elegance and prestige. The Phantom was renowned for its handcrafted interiors, powerful engine, and unmistakable presence on the road. With its imposing grille and Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament, the Phantom commanded attention wherever it went. For those who craved speed and adrenaline, R. Kelly's collection included the Lamborghini Aventador, a supercar that embodied Italian passion and engineering prowess. The Aventador was a masterpiece of design and performance, with its aggressive lines and powerful V12 engine that could produce over 700 horsepower. This supercar was capable of reaching speeds of over 200 miles per hour, making it a thrilling ride for those who dared to push its limits. R. Kelly's car collection didn't stop at these iconic vehicles. His garage was a veritable treasure trove of automotive excellence, featuring a range of high-end cars that showcased his discerning taste and appreciation for the finer things in life. In the annals of R. Kelly's life, one chapter remains shrouded in controversy and intrigue, beginning in 1994 with a secret that would later send shockwaves through the music industry. It was during this year that Kelly, then around 26 years old, secretly married a young protege who was on the cusp of stardom, Aaliyah. She was just 15 years old at the time, a budding R&B sensation with a voice that belied her age. Their relationship, however, reportedly began even earlier, when Aaliyah was a mere 13 or 14 years old. The stark age difference, Kelly being more than a decade her senior, added a layer of complexity and scandal to their union. The marriage was a closely guarded secret, hidden from the public eye, but it couldn't escape the scrutiny of the law. In 1995, the marriage was annulled, leaving behind a trail of questions and speculation that would haunt both their careers. Following the annulment, Kelly's personal life took a different turn. In 1996, he married dancer Andrea Lee, a union that seemed to promise stability and a fresh start. The couple welcomed 3 children into the world, building a family that offered a glimpse into a more conventional side of the enigmatic singer. However, like many aspects of Kelly's life, this chapter was not without its challenges. After more than a decade together, the couple divorced in 2009, marking the end of a significant era in Kelly's personal journey. Over the years, a shadow was cast over Kelly's financial empire as he reportedly paid tens of millions of dollars to settle dozens of lawsuits brought forth by women who claimed they were abused by the singer. These settlements, shrouded in secrecy and controversy, chipped away at his fortune, each one a silent testament to the allegations that would later become a defining aspect of his public image. One of the most significant blows to Kelly's net worth came with the dissolution of his marriage to Andrea Lee, his wife from 1996 to 2009. These years were the most lucrative of his career, a time when his star shone brightly and his music resonated with millions of fans worldwide. However, the divorce left a substantial dent in his financial standing, with a large portion of his wealth reportedly lost in the settlement. As if the financial strain of settlements and divorce weren't enough, Kelly's fiscal woes deepened in 2012 when it was revealed that he owed a staggering $4.8 million in unpaid taxes to the IRS. This revelation added another layer of complexity to his financial situation, painting a picture of a once mighty empire now teetering on the brink. And the sweltering heat of July 2018, R. Kelly dropped a bombshell, a 19-minute musical confessional on Spotify, where he confronted the whirlwind of allegations that had long been swirling around him. In this raw, unfiltered track, Kelly made a startling admission. He was broke. The man who once commanded millions now claimed to be struggling to make ends meet, needing to tour just to keep a roof over his head. His financial woes were laid bare as he confessed to owing the IRS a staggering $20 million at one point, a debt that had forced him to borrow several million dollars from his label just to stay afloat. Kelly's financial struggles were compounded by the controversies that had come to define his public image. His ability to tour overseas was severely hampered, with many countries shutting their doors to him. Even within the US, his tours were frequently met with protests, further limiting his earning potential. Adding insult to injury, streaming giants like Spotify had effectively blacklisted him, removing his songs from their public playlists. While individuals could still stream his music from their own accounts, his songs were conspicuously absent from popular playlists like Discover Weekly and other Spotify-curated channels, significantly reducing his visibility and royalty earnings. As the new year dawned in January 2019, the walls seemed to be closing in on Kelly. Chicago building inspectors were granted the right to search his recording studio, following reports of unpermitted renovations. The studio, an 8,000-square-foot building that Kelly had been renting since 2017, was listed for sale at the time of the inspection for a cool $4 million. But the troubles didn't stop there. The building's owner had filed a lawsuit against Kelly, seeking unpaid rent. According to the lawsuit, Kelly's rent was a hefty $23,000 per month, and he hadn't paid a dime in 7 months. The debt had ballooned to a staggering $167,000, a stark testament to the singer's spiraling financial situation. The inspection and the lawsuit painted a grim picture of Kelly's circumstances. The man who once commanded legions of fans and sold out arenas was now facing eviction and mounting debts. His musical confessional, once seen as a bold move, now seemed like a desperate plea, a cry for help from an artist who had once stood at the pinnacle of success. In a move that signaled the beginning of the end for R. Kelly's musical empire, his record label, RCA/Sony, dropped a bombshell on January 14th. The label announced that they were putting all of Kelly's future music releases on hold, effectively freezing him out of earning more money from his craft. This decision left Kelly in a precarious position, as he still owed RCA/Sony 2 more albums on his most recent record contract. Adding to his woes, the label refused to provide funding for new music videos, further hampering his ability to promote his work and generate income. The nail in the coffin came with the release of the 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which re-examined the singer's alleged sexual misconduct with minors. The documentary sent shockwaves through the industry and the public, leading RCA Records to terminate Kelly's contract. The man who had once been one of the label's most bankable stars was now persona non grata, his career hanging by a thread. As if his professional troubles weren't enough, Kelly's personal life was about to take a dramatic turn for the worse. In late February 2019, he was arrested on a series of new charges. His bail was set at a staggering $1 million, which could have been satisfied with a $100,000 payment. However, Kelly's financial situation was so dire that it took him several days to scrape together the funds. In a twist that raised eyebrows, the $100,000 reportedly came from a woman named Valencia Love, whose relationship to Kelly remains unclear. While Kelly languished in jail, his ex-wife Andrea filed a lawsuit seeking $160,000 worth of unpaid child support, adding yet another financial burden to his already overwhelming debts. The man who had once commanded millions was now struggling to meet his most basic obligations. Fast forward to 2023, and the noose around Kelly's finances tightened even further. Federal prosecutors were reportedly looking to garnish his music royalties to pay two of his victims. The record label could be on the hook for as much as $500,000, a sum that would have been a drop in the bucket during Kelly's heyday but now represented a significant portion of his dwindling assets. The walls were closing in on R. Kelly, his once unstoppable career now a shadow of its former glory. From the heights of stardom to the depths of financial ruin, his story serves as a cautionary tale of the fleeting nature of fame and the enduring consequences of one's actions. As the legal and financial vice tightens, the world watches and waits, wondering what the final chapter in the saga of R. Kelly will bring.